All right, we're go. Welcome to another episode of the Square Go podcast, episode number 13, I think.
14.
Is it 14?
Yeah, it's 14.
Oh, I was going to say unlucky for some, but you've gone and ruined that.
Sorry.
Well, welcome along anyway. I am your host. I am Ian Gordon, aka Money. You all know me. You all know what I do for a living. On my left, I have the Dread Captain Pirate Robbie, also known as Beans and Steed and Robbie Davidson. On my right is the tame cinematographer Sandy Henderson, also known as the Viking Helmet. That on the table. What is that on the table? Steve,
it is an appendage from a certain movie. Do you guys? I told you. Do you know what movie it's from?
No. Give me a clue.
Okay, a clue is he was a wee guy.
Wait.
Is it the
Stuart
Tiptoes
Little
for Gary Oldman?
It is. Yes. I think just intermittently during the podcast we'll just we'll leave it at that just now.
Is it
Like-
R2D2, one of his legs?
My guess is Stuart Little,
Right,
the
okay.
sequel.
For
It was
anybody on
totally
Spotify
tits.
who can't see us, there's a massive
Severed.
arm. It's extremely gory and hairy, veiny.
Oh, it's so realistic. It's unbelievable.
It's an arm. If you hadn't guessed that it was describing.
In fact, you need to
Like
pull over your
being
car.
big and veiny and hairy and stuff.
Pull over your car right now and get on YouTube just to see the beauty of this arm.
craftsmanship.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so we are the Square Go podcast. The first rule of the Square Go podcast is that you do talk about the Square Go podcast. You're getting us mixed up with Fight Club. I get it.
We're Fife Club.
Yeah. Fight Club, that's not going to help. Right? They're getting us mixed up. You don't talk about Fight Club, you do talk about the Square Go podcast. Tell your friends about us, tell your family about us, tell the weird religious people that turn up with pamphlets to your door about us. Most importantly, tell your children about us before it's too late. And hit the like and subscribe. Get on board. We want to get our numbers up. We've got something special coming to you in September, which we'll tell you a little bit more about. But we'd like more subscribers. We'd like more numbers. So spread the good word of the Square Go podcast, please.
Yeah, a lot of people listen every week or every month, tune in, and then don't subscribe because I see the stats. So just press the button. It's really easy. Just click it.
Sandy's making a list.
Yeah.
He's checking it twice.
Y'all gonna die.
Hey.
And if you don't want your arm on the table in the next episode, then use it to hit
comment,
that like
yeah.
and subscribe.
Maybe it will help people subscribe if we'd say it like, the really popular YouTubers, like what my kids watch. Hey gamers, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh God, I can hear
So,
them all switching off.
if
I can
that
see
helps-
the spikes in the YouTube engagement right now.
Hey gamers.
Okay, let's crack on. We do have a big episode to get through. So you might be aware that a few weeks ago we had a live episode planned. Unfortunately, we had to cancel. Robbie had to save a bunch of children from a burning orphanage, and I was the one that set the fire. So we were both really busy. But I'm glad that we did postpone it because it means that we get Sandy along with us. He did record some videos for that podcast, so we probably are going to use
And I
the videos.
put way
as well.
too much effort into them as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to use them, I think.
And it would be good to have you talk about films that you have seen. So we'll pipe the videos.
I've been busy this year watching a lot of films, actually. So there's plenty to talk about.
Yeah, so that is what we're talking about. We're talking about the films of 2025, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we've picked out the things that we think are notable, the films that we were looking forward to, that we watched, the films that we didn't know existed, and they came along and they were fucking awesome anyway. So we'll be pulling them all out, and we'd love to know what you think of them as well. So let us know in the comments. So I'm going to plough straight on with a film for our films that came out in 2025, with a film that came out in 2024, and it is Nosferatu. Now, in our defence, this came out in the US, I think, on Christmas Day 2024, but it came out in the UK in January.
New
Year's Day, I think it was,
New
1st
Year's
of
Day.
January. So it is a 2025 film. And we all rushed to the cinema in January. to
Yeah,
see
that
it.
was a Square Go outing, the three of us, and I remember sat in the middle of the used to's sniggering away, and I was like, surely they can't think this is good. And then it got to I don't know what point when we're sniggering turned into a full on bah at how fudging terrible it was. In fact, can we do the remainder of the time we're going to speak about? Can we speak about like we're in the movie? Everything was so over exaggerated and English.
It was very RP. There was a lot of RP going on. Similar to Bram Stoker's Dracula. I mean, Keanu
Yeah.
Reeves, that kind of thing.
Similar to the book as well. I think I had the same experience watching Nosferatu as I had reading the book, which was the first, the opening in the book. I remember thinking this would make an amazing, if it was adapted faithfully, it would be scary as hell, like him going to this castle and everything. And then it just turns into this like gothic romantic melodrama that I just wasn't into.
Yeah, it
And
didn't cover
Nosferatu
any
is,
new ground either. From every remake of that film, it's just it was just a rehash. Nothing new was. The cinematography was nice though.
Yes, the cinematography
It
was
was.
gorgeous.
There was a couple of nice shots. It wasn't massive, but it was just like the flimming Bram Stoker, the Keanu Reeves one with the saturation turned down and lots of wanky accents and lots and
I was
Johnny
gonna-
Depp's daughter being coming down on Eckies.
Oh,
Yeah, so-
that was bad, wasn't it?
I was
She
going to
was-
mention Lily Rose Depp because I think your enjoyment of this film is probably is contingent on tolerating her performance, and I don't think it was a terrible performance by any stretch, but it was OTT for me, and yeah, I didn't engage
After
or
seeing
connect
some of
with
the memes and stuff, I like it more. But at in the cinema, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Her acting was terrible, but then looking back, her sort of ecky freak out sort of scenes are actually better.
it. Yeah.
Memorable anyway. I remember seeing an interview with her and Willem Dafoe, and I could feel it from him that he was struggling to pick out some positives. Do you know what I mean? So I think
I would single him out as he was my favourite thing in the film,
Yeah.
acting wise.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, and I think who the fuck was that?
That might have been me. I'm going to check. Wow.
Yeah, I'd single out Willem Dafoe because I think he's rapidly turning into like an art house Nick Cage. That you get him in and you make him go full Willem Dafoe, and I think Robert Eggers knows how to do it. Like he did it with The Northman, he did it with obviously with The Lighthouse, and that like effectively doing his Van Helsing.
Yeah.
I thought he was really good. He did camp it up, but you know he kind of. I don't know. He made it. I would have watched the whole movie if it was more of that, more kind of like authentic camping it up. But
Yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson. I love him in Outlaw
Yeah,
King, but
yeah.
he's.
I don't want to. I
Yeah,
don't
didn't
want to hate
like
him
him in
this,
that
but,
film at all.
Yeah, he's pretty good and stuff, but it's just everything about this was pat
Yeah.
and
Who was
just
his wife?
laughable.
Who played his wife again in Nosferatu?
I can't
I was trying
remember.
to
Judy Dench.
Oh, it was Judi Dench. That's right. Of course,
The
yeah.
CGI'd her. They did the Irishman to her face.
Yeah. Probably by this stage, the late Judi Dench, because of the year that we're having. I was going to mention 2025. Obviously, we've lost some notable people in film history as well. We've lost Val Kilmer, Gene Hackman, David Lynch,
Hulk Hogan.
Michael Madsen,
Michael Madsen, yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk
Hogan.
Hogan, yeah, I guess. 'cause
Ozzy
he-
Osbourne, obviously from Little Nicky.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. And I guess Hulk Hogan being in Suburban Commando.
Gremlins 2.
Rocky.
Gremlins
Isn't
2,
he
was that
Rocky?
not your
Rocky
first
3
wank?
is in,
Yeah, he's in Rocky 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that not your
he's-
first wank? Rocky, not Rocky 2. Gremlins
'Gremlins 2.
Yeah, the one in drag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was tidy. Like.
Yeah.
Yes, 2025 so far isn't getting off to a great start. We're losing all our icons, and we had Nosferatu.
It was our fault for overhyping it as well because it's an Eggers film,
Yeah.
which I feel like his first film was his best film, and it's kind of the bigger the budget hasn't served him well.
Is that him that
I'll be
done
honest,
the...
I think I preferred The Lighthouse, but you're probably
To The
right.
Witch?
Yeah, The Witch probably is a better film, but
I might have to fight you on that.
there's something about The Lighthouse that's just like just
Northman was
gloriously
great.
enjoyable.
Loved the Northman.
Yeah, I love The
Like,
Northman.
I
as
mean,
well.
even though it's pretty much...
I love the fight at the
um,
end in the
like-
volcano. I think that's as epic as it gets. Like
It was reminiscent of Revenge of
two
the
naked
Sith,
dudes fighting in a volcano.
Oh, right
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
I'll need to...
and that was your first wank, wasn't it?
Yeah. Ever.
Oh man, I always lose control of these. Right, let's move on to. I want to mention Companion because this is a film that Sandy wanted on the list. Have you had a chance to see this?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, you have.
But do you not think there's a fudging huge uptake in like how many films are out right now that are all like, I've got a wank bot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's
I wasn't going
like
to spoil
Rogue-
this one either.
and Rogue Wank Bot. In fact,
it's the days we're living in, isn't
yeah,
it?
Rogue Wank Bot.
What's
There's the title of the new one.
I have a video for this one that I sent in.
Oh, have you?
Will we watch it now?
I think we should. The only thing I was going to say is I was going to try and control these guys for spoilers because these are all new movies by definition of them being 2025. I watched Companion not knowing anything about it.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Like absolutely
I
nothing.
go in
So-
dry with most things these days.
so you're going in slightly damp with Companion because of what they've already said. But listen, if we talk about any film that you haven't seen, skip forward like 30 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, because I famously spoil everything.
Yeah.
I'm going to try not to in this one, and I haven't in any of my videos.
Okay,
I
good.
can assure you.
Well, let's roll
Let's
VT.
one. Okay. Sorry I can't be with you this week. I'm down here in Ayrshire learning all about Robbie Burns, which I thought was more important than hanging out with you. My first choice for films of 2025 is Companion. It's basically a light-hearted episode of Black Mirror, a cautionary tale about our relationships with AI and also our relationships with each other. It's got almost a Dale and Tucker versus Evo kind of slapstickness once it all kicks off, and there's some good twists in there as well. So, that's my first recommendation.
Cool. It was a solid recommend. I watched it. I enjoyed it. Sophie Thatcher was brilliant. I thought Jack Quaid was just a bit.
Jack Quaid.
Yeah. He was the red herring though, because you thought he was going to be Jack Quaid the whole film.
Yeah, he definitely.
I've done it. I've done it.
Well, he is playing a different character from the one he plays in The Boys, but he's playing it in the same skin.
Yeah,
I don't know any other way to describe it.
That's going to be his career.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. Well, that's
is he related to Dennis Quaid?
It's his son.
He's his son. Look, at some angles he's spitting double.
Yeah.
It's like he interspaced himself.
And his mum is
into Hollywood.
Not Susan Sarandon. Someone like Susan Sarandon.
Thelma and Louise. Yeah,
someone like that. Anyway.
Gina Davis.
Yeah, might as well be.
Gina Sarandon.
But then speaking about him, Andy, I watched one the other night, which is similar, and I was watching him, and I was like, he's kind of just Jack Quaid. He's just the same in everything, which is Novocaine, which I think is.
Yeah. That I think was maybe on our list.
Is that on the list?
I think I maybe mentioned that and then maybe deleted it again.
Was it not
Gary
on the
shaking
list?
his head.
Right, okay.
Yeah, Novocaine.
Sorry.
Novocaine, I think I was really looking forward to because I loved the idea of it, and it sort of reminded me a bit of Kick-Ass because Kick-Ass, I think he wakes up and can't feel pain or something like that.
Right.
Either that, for some reason, his superpower is that he can get his ass kicked. And that's that seemed to be a bit like the premise of Novocaine, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe it was Jack Quaid, but it didn't land heavy for me. It kind of like it was like. Yeah.
You ready for my catchphrase? I've not seen that. And his mum's Meg Ryan.
Of course it is.
She's like a 90s Susan Sarandon.
He does look like a cross between Dennis Quaid.
I was going to say like wishing she shacked up with Kurt Russell, but was that in?
That's Goldie Hawn.
Yeah,
they've been happily married for
I
80 years.
always get them confused as shit. Or was Meg Ryan in a Kurt Russell film? Was that what?
Probably.
Bird on a Wire?
Bird on a Wire, is that? Yeah.
Not seen that.
Okay, right. Have you seen Mickey 17?
Yeah, I actually did a video for that. That's overly produced for what it is. So let's roll that.
Roll VT.
So second choice, medieval castle, Ayrshire in Scotland. It can only mean one thing. Obviously, I'm talking about Mickey 17, Bong Joon-ho film starring Robert Pattinson. What's his name? Mark Ruffalo, who for some reason I really don't like. He does my nutting. But I really enjoyed it. Crazy film. Really sold me on the world. I've never seen the graphic novel, but I found myself at points thinking, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's so mental story, but so well told that I was fully invested in it, and the visuals are absolutely spectacular. So yeah, that's my number 2.
This is so weird getting you on video and just not having to get your opinion of the film.
Yeah, just be quiet now.
Yeah. Have you seen Mickey 17?
Much like a lot of movies these days, I watch them in bed, so I watch about half.
Right.
But
okay.
unless it grips me, fuck, I watched one the other night and I was fucking gripped. Fuck. You guys talk about Hang Me.
Was it Eden? You were talking about Eden.
Yes. Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was. Okay,
right. Seen that.
Another 2025 film.
Yeah.
Mickey 17. I liked. I read that it was based. I think the graphic novels were called Mickey 7, and Boone. He wanted to kill him another 10 times. So
right,
he's like, we're going to call it Mickey 17. But yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was good. Very enjoyable. I thought it was going to be better than it was, but it's still like, Robert Pattinson.
It's kind of space Pocahontas again, the same as Avatar.
Yeah.
Greedy capitalists arrive on planet, try and take resources.
I thought it was more like space Snowpiercer. That's kind of the vibe it gave me.
Seen it. That's 10 times already I've said that in this episode.
I did like the production values. It reminded me of sort of Hoth or something. It looked kind of Star Wars-esque.
Mm-hmm. The creatures were good. The sort of tardigrade type creatures were cool.
Robert Pattinson, I can't pronounce it. I can't say those two words together. Robert Pattinson. He, I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
he's never bad.
We've seen him at Cannes as well, and he's just as tidy in person.
Yeah,
I must say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we talk a little bit about Cannes,
Okay.
since you brought it up?
Yeah.
Did you go to Cannes? Did you?
Yeah.
All
So,
right,
So I wasn't there. They left me in where I was somewhere else. Wasn't
you were
I?
on tour. You were.
Yeah, you've probably been a rock star somewhere.
God, imagine.
I think actually.
No, but I
in
was
actual
I was
fact,
well, Jill.
You were in Kirkcaldy, but you just
Oh,
got back.
just
off
got
tour,
back,
yeah.
and
and
it
you
was-
were you screened at Dynamite as well that night. The Saturday night. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's not like you were just sitting in the house.
Have you seen Dick Dynamite? Seen that one?
Only a couple
That's
of
not.
times.
That's 2024, I think.
Anyway, sorry. Cannes.
US release was 2024.
Shall I
Do you know
interview
what,
you about
actually,
Cannes because I wasn't there.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. What do you want to know? We can tell you everything about Cannes.
Do we have a clip?
Where is it?
Do we have a clip that we're going to show?
Yeah, so we've got a couple of clips. One is the how we did it cheap, which we'll play in a second. It's on the Côte d'Azur, which is famously not cheap.
I didn't even know that.
But it's France, though, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
France.
for ages I had no idea what country it was in.
Really?
So it's just in France. It's
Yeah.
down
Is
near.
it originally French?
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
is anything originally French? It's
Croissants.
near Monaco. We're going to offend all the French
It's
here.
pretty much Monaco. It's like 2 minutes from Monaco. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the Grand Prix?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it's actually the week before, I think, the Grand Prix.
Right. Okay.
So they all the Prix park their yachts in Cannes, and then they go along the coast to, as you can imagine, they would. And it's a ridiculous display of wealth, as you can imagine it will be. And a lot of people have said to us, don't go to Cannes because it's super expensive, and if you're a filmmaker, you need to decide whether it's worth your while, whether you're going to get anything out of it. I didn't want to spend like crowdfunder money. I didn't want to spend film budget going out there because I wasn't sure if we'd get anything out of it either. But I thought we'll scrape together some hard-earned pennies and we'll try and do it super cheap. And this video is a sort of 2-minute video that shows some of the things we did to keep our costs down. Hey, what's happening? I'm here at the 78th Cannes Film Festival, and I came here for under £500. I'm going to tell you how I did it. Okay, first things first. So doing this affordably means cheap flights and cheap accommodation. And cheap flights means probably travelling at antisocial times. I flew out at 6 in the morning and then a few days later at midnight. Cheap accommodation probably means staying quite far away from the main area in Cannes. Given that your step count is already high, this means that you're either going to do a lot more steps or you're going to be taking taxis. It also means your accommodation isn't handy if you want to quickly change your clothes or you want to go for a lie down. I travelled with hand luggage only, so I had to be very selective and clever about what I packed. Here's what was in my bag. Clothes wise, I had a couple of changes of clothes and I was washing my clothes in the sink as I went. I also brought a bow tie and a black tie just in case. I had a copy of some of my footage that I wanted to show people. A bunch of toiletries including sun cream, some business cards, a camera to vlog on, sunglasses, a power bank because you will not get through the day on one phone charge, a few charging cables, and my pitch deck. I also brought a very versatile travel adapter. Another way that I saved money was I took the basic festival accreditation, which was effectively free but with a €20 environmental contribution. There was some doubt about what I'd get access to versus the full Marché accreditation, but I got into the Marché du Film. I was able to go up and speak to distributors and sales agents that were exhibiting there. The only thing I couldn't access in the Marché was the screening rooms, but I figured they were more for buyers anyway. So those are my top tips for doing Cannes on a budget, but remember, no matter how much you spend, try and have some fun. So it was hot, it was good. We managed to cram a lot into the few days we were there.
I got way more out of it than I thought I would get. Like, way more out of it.
I mean, from me not being there and seeing how well it went, I just want to surmise that essentially the film bodies that govern Scotland, unfortunately, were poo-pooed your well, you guys were sort of like, well, no, stuff that we are going. They kind of didn't want you to go because there was nothing in it for them. But
we were discouraged to go. Yeah,
Yeah.
They said A, it's expensive. B, unless you're you have the right kind of film or you have the right kind of contacts, unless you can set up meetings, and they kind of said, unless you get the right access as well, because there's the Marché du Film, and some people get the Marché accreditation so that they can attend.
I didn't have any of
screening
these
stuff there.
I didn't have any accreditations, and I still done loads of networking, seen loads of stuff, got into film premieres.
yeah,
Like-
but a big part of it seemed like
Well, we were determined to prove them wrong.
stuff them.
It's the whole ethos.
Stuff them. Like
It always inspires me when people tell you can't do something or you shouldn't do something or you won't be able to do something. It just inspires me to go out there and do it.
Or you can't understand this. You couldn't fathom how complicated this whole thing is. It's like, yeah, we can just go and do our own research.
Yeah.
That's where I go for that. That's who I speak to for that. Can I send an email? Yes, I'm perfectly capable of sending an email.
Yeah.
Right, it was fine.
Yeah.
And there are people, like I definitely feel like there are people looking for the type of films that we're making. I know they're very low budget. They're at the bottom end of this huge industry, but there are definitely people that recognise this content's credible, that people are watching it. If there is an audience, it's making money. Therefore, there are deals to be had for distributors and sales agents to pick up these films that are going to go on and make money. Horror, as we're seeing with the 2025 films, like a lot and 2024, a lot of the films that most people are talking about in 2024 with things like The Substance and things like A Violent Nature and Longlegs and stuff like that. So they were like low budget horror. Talk to Me was another one, and we'll talk a wee bit about Bring Her Back. But yeah, so if you go with like something low budget, something that's basically got the money shots that people want to see, then people want to buy it, And we cut another short video together that just shows you a little bit the vibe of Cannes, because we had a good time. While we were there, we thought, we'll try and do some business, we'll try and make some contacts, we'll try and do some networking, we'll try and have some meetings, but we'll also just enjoy it.
And this is it. Red carpets and that, films and that, apparently, so I've been told. We're just waiting to see if Tom Cruise is actually as wee as he is meant to be in real life. But judging by all these ladders behind us, he's, they've got equipment to help him out, so stay tuned. Day 2 begins here.
Well, you want me to say something?
Right. Day 2. Robin Pattinson's Eye. And we're hoping to see him this weekend, actually.
Day 2 starts here with art and pastries and coffee and sun and heat and sand and movie stars. Here we go! Cannes, Day 2!
Alright, I feel hot. I'm at the Cannes Film Festival. I've got my accreditation pass, so I'm going to go in and check out a little bit of the festival. So far the kilts are doing really well. They're getting us everywhere.
Everyone's so fancy.
Like, that stuff's kind of 10 a penny. Like, as much as it might be exclusive at Kirkcaldy High Street, it's the kilt that's standing out. That's what's turning heads here at the Cannes Film Festival.
In an hour we'll be there talking to Epic. So this is where we're meeting with Patrick from Epic. It's so calm, it's crazy.
Epic Pictures, they got Sandy half cut.
They gave me a really big whiskey, like, honestly, it was like a quarter bottle. And now that I'm half cut on whiskey, it's even more surreal. And I'm made up for nonsense now as well.
Sandy's had a whiskey burger.
Welcome back to our scuba diving documentary. It was a bit of a heavy one last night.
We had a late night at the Petit Majestic, which was kind of crazy. Like 400 people on the street, massive queues for the bar, massive queues for the toilet. But we met a lot of filmmakers, had a lot of good chat. And now we're feeling a wee bit tender, but we're hoping that once we get on there, have a croissant, have a coffee, everything will just happen.
What the fuck is that? Is that a yacht?
So it's not even like they're trying to sell the car. They're just wanting to park the car there, so people will be like, oh, check out the car. Do it again.
Wow, this couldn't be any more French if it tried.
I don't really like films. Other than that, we're just going to walk around and look sick.
It's crazy. It's all crazy.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's not the real world. It's
No.
like Kirkcaldy. I keep saying this. It's like Kirkcaldy. It's not Kirkcaldy.
Aye. It's kind of like Burnt Island.
Yeah, so that was Cannes. The only other thing I was going to say about Cannes was we watched one film. So the big films at Cannes, I think, were Die My Love, Eddington. Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
and Sound of Falling, which was been picked up by Mubi and is
I feel bad.
People are saying great things
I'm
about it.
about to say this joke, but Sound of Falling Asleep is what I call it. And that is me going in the middle of a theatre, like the biggest theatre you can possibly imagine. I've been invited in there for free. I'm a guest. It's my first experience of Cannes. I've only just arrived, and I'm fully just like...
So in our defence, we'd been up since about 3 or 4 in the morning. We'd flown in. It was really hot. We'd been on our feet. Someone
Yeah.
offered us a ticket to go and see this film. We didn't know it was a 2.5-hour German film about generational trauma on a rural German farm.
What a slog, by the way.
spanning like 100 years.
Mm.
And I think I was about halfway through the film and I was like, wait a minute, this is in a different time period. Because I saw like a car go past, or I saw someone bring out a mobile phone, and I'm like, I thought this was in like the 19th century or something. And then I started to twig, they're shifting time without telling us. And the characters are all, you know, the granddaughter or the daughter or whatever, or the grown-up daughter. And so once you started to, if you had any hope at piecing that together, you needed to know that from the beginning.
It's like
And
a really bad cloud, like, not that Cloud Atlas was anything to rave about, like a kind of weird trauma Cloud Atlas in a different language with like really long lingering cinematography, and then characters would just have a conversation and then just stop talking and take like 10 drags of a cigarette. But you just watched them take every 10 drag.
This sounds like you actually watched it.
Well,
Well, that's the parts I was awake for.
my favourite moment in the cinema was when Sandy went like this. And the guy in front of him just snapped around and gave him the dirtiest
I know.
look.
But to be fair, I rocked in there with my luggage still on me,
Yeah.
and I was surprised they let me in. And
Ah, they
and
had to check
and
all
then I
that
got my
luggage.
usual salt and vinegar peanuts out, and I was like,
One peanut at a time.
I was like, Jen, I'll be able to get a coffee in that. They were like, you can't eat in there. It was like, it's not a normal cinema. Eh? It's the, what do they call it?
the
Grand
Grand
Lumiere.
Lumiere.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was. I mean, this
Yeah.
is like a few hours before the big red carpet gala screening, and we're sitting in there eating peanuts.
Square go, you bastard. Come on, I mean,
Yeah.
watch
Right.
it.
So we've got more films. What we're going to talk about?
What about Minecraft?
Not seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
You've not seen it
Nah,
either?
I meant to see it, but
Okay,
my kids
so
have seen it.
so I went in blind, but I couldn't help but see reviews and everyone talking shit about
Did you
it.
play Minecraft at all?
Nah.
Absolutely no
Nah.
Minecraft knowledge.
But went in blind, went in with the kids and stuff. I loved it. I loved how stupid it was. The music is great. It's I don't know, watching films with kids, with your own kids, is a completely different cinema experience. It's great.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely loved it. It was just such a good feeling film.
Okay.
These films are often aimed at adults.
Yeah,
Just
there
as
was
much
a
as
lot of
well.
jokes.
I mean, I
and
play a
stuff
bit
and-
Minecraft, but
Yeah.
I get the impression it's not really aimed at like Minecraft players.
And
Well, how do you find time to just sit and do that? Like smash bricks up and
It's
stuff?
just playing with the kids. Like,
Right, okay.
That counts as-
Grinding away.
Oh, by the way, you're not wrong. Like, you're literally just
Oh, no.
mining
Alright.
for hours. Like,
When I worked in Resi, the kids would just sit and do that for hours. Just
Yeah.
sit and smash bricks.
and then your
for hours.
pickaxe breaks, and then you're like, right, I'm gonna have to go and I'm gonna have to smelt some iron and make
Right,
a new
it's
pickaxe.
basically like a chain gang simulator, like that you volunteer for.
Oh,
Like been in prison in the 1930s or something.
And the other thing we should address is, for it being a cinema release this year, was the phenomenon of it.
Yeah.
People being thrown at the cinema for the chicken jockey thing.
Yeah.
Which
What? What's this?
You don't know about this?
know
What?
about it.
What?
Like people were getting arrested. It became a thing when Jack Black says chicken jockey. Everyone in cinemas meant to scream
Throw food around and-
Yeah, people were brought in chickens and released them in
I
the
have no
cinema.
idea what you're talking about.
Live chickens were released.
It's
What?
insane, yeah. And like, so tons of the kids in the cinema, you could see them with their phones out loads of it. Is this the bit where he says chicken jockey? And they were ready to do stuff. Nobody did in the end, because it was like about 3/4 of the way through, and I think by that time they'd lost interest.
I would have been fighting people. I don't want anybody causing shit when I'm going to see a film.
I was ready for it. I was up for
Apart
it.
from Sandy, he can eat his peanuts. I don't mind.
No, I was totally up for it. But
Oh,
yeah,
France.
like I thought the music was great. And
You're
then,
like, what am I
and
going to
then-
do with this chicken
then-
now?
and what's his name? Jack Black. He added a song much like the Super Mario film. You know, what was his sort of ad lib Peaches song?
Oh, yeah.
So he's got a sort of ad lib song that became a thing. Steve's Hot Lava Chicken. Yeah.
All right.
It's good. It's
Okay.
great fun. You know, if
you're
you go
selling
in,
it. Yeah, you're selling it to me.
Yeah, I might watch it.
Yeah.
Mate.
You'll probably hate it. But like, I love the music.
Oh, well, this has just been a waste of 5 minutes. Isn't it? Okay. I'm trying to think what else is on our list. I'm trying to.
So there's
move
there's
quickly
obviously
as well.
there's one film I want to talk about for like probably the
no.
whole
of course,
episode.
Uh-oh.
Of course.
Is this-
Shall we?
I mean, it's a
shall we get into
Razzie.
it?
Well,
Well, is
there's
it?
a
I don't
film
know.
I want to talk about as a good thing for about an hour. I've watched it 4 times, and there's also a film that I want to talk about in a bad light.
Okay, let's talk about bad and then good because I know what you. I know what
Okay,
you're
so-
going
because
with this.
I'm similar. I'd like there's one that's an absolute howler.
Yeah.
And then there's one that's great.
So I'm thinking in terms of bad films, we've got Sinners, and in terms of great films, we're going to talk about 28 years later.
Yeah, roll tape. So I'm down here in Galloway Forest Park, which could actually be the setting for my first Razzie of the year. I don't know if I'll call it a Razzie. 28 years later, I've been told no spoilers, but I'm a big fan of the first film. I think it's one of the best British films, if not one of the best films ever made. It gets everything right, and I was so excited for Alex Garland and Danny Boyle to be back together for this latest one. But it's tonally insane, like absolutely insane. The first third of the film is a completely different film for the second 2/3. And I don't know. Unless the next part is going to tie up a lot of things, then I think it's a massive wasted opportunity. I don't know. You guys be the judge. I'm not allowed to spoil anything, so all I'll say is I give it 3 giant zombie dicks out of 5.
Yes, there we go. 28 inches later. That's what I refer to it as.
Yeah, so I mean, without going overly into the spoilers, I think everyone knows that this film does contain a lot of massive cock.
Yes.
But there's these Raj tonal shifts,
Yeah,
which are hard.
I couldn't believe some of the what's it called 180 degree rule being completely broken.
I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice that.
So for the viewers that don't know what the 180 degree rule is, so for example, you got a side view of someone speaking, like what I'm doing to Ian right now, and you've seen this side of my face. Oh, turn the other way! Turn the other way! You're fucking it up! Just like 20 inches later. So you see his side of the face, but they would cut between, and you would get 2 people speaking to each other and see the same side of their face, and it's really jarring. And they would fuck it up loads. It was fucking awful. And like the bits with the archers cut in and stuff as well.
Yeah, I got really tired of that whole bullet time thing that they were doing. Yeah,
But I think it was
first
just
couple of times it was. I like the idea that they sort of shifted perspective, I guess, from the kid firing the arrow to the father's perspective, and it did sort of that worked. But then about the 5th, 6th time, I'm like, okay, I've had enough of this.
It felt like a brainstorming session where they just filmed loads of different ideas and then didn't follow any of them through.
I couldn't believe all these people signed up to it. You know, the chick from Killing Eve, she's brilliant.
Yeah, she was great in it.
Aaron Taylor-Johnson.
I thought she was
And
good,
then-
yeah.
and
I thought
then-
everyone was good in it.
And then
Aaron Taylor.
and
Fiennes,
again, I went
yeah.
in dry. Hadn't watched a single trailer. I was looking forward to it so much, and couldn't believe when what's his pass Ray Fiennes turns up. I was like, oh, I was seeing it. He's like acting royalty.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that bothered me about his character was he looked way madder than he ended up being. You know?
No, that's a spoiler. You can't do that. Turning into
Okay,
me.
speaking of spoilers,
No, he's totally mad.
should
the whole
we
time.
talk about the bit everybody's talking about?
What, the giant penis?
Yeah, okay,
Well,
right. So fast forward if you haven't seen.
Yeah, you're going to have to skip the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the giant penis.
No, not the giant penis.
So now then, are we talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
So Jared, our producer in Canada, he's no idea the context of the ending.
Yeah.
No one outside the UK does.
Yeah, yeah. So he messaged me and he was just like, did you direct the last 5 minutes of 28 years? And I was like, do you know who that is and what it's about? And like, when I've talked about it to people, they're like, that can't be the ending. You're making that up. And I was like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fucking not. Like, you know, the whole movie's got a serious feel to it, as crap as it is. Sorry, Alex Garland, you're amazing, but not with this. And
I don't-
Dan, and I can't believe
I don't
Danny,
think it is crap.
And Danny Boyle's name right at the end after what happens, I could not I had no idea he did it. I loved the first one. Second one,
Do you know what?
Maybe they're playing a long game on us, though.
I'm going to be super controversial here and say I don't think the first one was that great a movie.
Well,
and I don't think this
I'll look
last
at it
one was
through
that bad a movie either. But
I
I
look
do.
at it through the lens of when it was shot and for how much money and
Oh,
at
it
what
was-
stage in the career. And
It had some fantastic moments,
Yeah.
absolutely. But I also thought this film had some fantastic moments as well. I
I've
thought,
seen a video where they filmed it on iPhones.
yeah, they did.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they used the iPhone as a sensor. I mean, they had fucking 50 grand RE
Yeah.
Master Primes.
They had this thing, it was like a 180.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of
All the
iPhones.
phones,
N-
yeah.
it's
A
a
lot of that
gimmick.
was very unnecessary.
It's a gimmick, yeah.
They haven't really achieved. I think the thinking behind doing that was that when 28 years ago they would have been, if this the collapse of society had happened, the cameras that people would have filmed that collapse on were things like the Canon
Mini
XL1
DV.
and Mini DV would be the format. But fast forward 28 years and footage from inside this collapsed society would be captured on mobile phones. So that was his attitude of this is what it looks like. This.
Yeah.
But like you say, when you use the log profile and the sensor, you have it professionally color graded. You've got these incredible lenses, these like 5-figure lenses. It kind of loses that feel that it's a mobile phone. So
They still managed to get that the cinematography style. I mean, it was Anthony Dodmantle, but there were shots in it that made me think of the first film, the way they shot it. The interior stuff was really quite cool. But again, when you're shooting in a dark scene and you've got an iPhone, there was like really noisy shots. And the day to night, people are raving about that day to night when they run across the water.
I loved that scene. I'm not
I
sure.
didn't love it.
Yeah, so in terms of the end, I had the same reaction, but you'd posted something on our chat to say the more I think about it, the more I love it. And I kind
It's
of
right up your street a
I
little
kind
bit.
of started to go down that road a little bit. Like I had the same reaction, and also I don't like it when somebody uses some of the story to advertise the next story, because that feels like you're not telling this story anymore. You're now just trying to sell your next film. So that does piss me off, especially when it's in the closing of the film. But
I mean, it's a massive WTF moment.
But
for
the more
no-
I think about the concept of
Yeah.
there being a bunch of Jimmy Savile guys out there fighting zombies, the more I'm fucking in for that
Yeah,
scene.
yeah. The more
as a spin-off film.
yeah. Well, is that not what's happening though?
Well,
That-
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is-
they've
is,
already filmed it.
yeah.
It's already
So
it's
the-
shot side by side.
Ninja nonsense, yeah.
They also clearly understand the power of people talking about things, making them outlandish and getting people on podcasts talking about it and shorts.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, I don't feel the film was like that massive a hit. I don't think, but everybody was talking about it because of that ending.
Well, let's not talk about it anymore, and let's move on to the other film that Jack O'Connell is in.
Yeah, he's fast.
Sinners.
I'm fast falling in love with him, to be
Is
honest.
he from Skins or something?
Yeah,
Is that-
but he was also in a film I really like called 1971.
Oh, yeah,
that's
that's
a
a
The
good.
Troubles and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's a great
and
film,
he was brilliant in that.
So he was outstanding, I thought, in Sinners.
Yeah.
I thought. I mean, most people in Sinners were great as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But he was great.
There's a lot of aspects of Sinners, I think. Everyone's sort of making a comparison with Dusk Till Dawn. It's not fully kicking in with vampires until halfway through. Spoiler alert. But I really like the sort of plantation and crossroads kind of thing going on, and the sort of Robert Johnson kind of character and stuff. A lot of that was really good. But the more I think, I want to watch it again. That's how much I liked it. But it makes me think, was it really that good? Or is it just because everything else that's been out this year has been pretty pap?
Well, I've watched it 4 times, and it is really that good.
Well,
It is really
I
that
love
good.
the one take thing where Delroy Lindo's talking about the influence of the music's going to have over time, and it's like as the camera moves,
And you hear it all blending into each other.
and then you see like the b-boys coming in and out, and
Yeah.
then you see the sort of like Hendrixy, Bootsy Collins type character coming in and
Oh,
bits of music. It was really cool. I
The
like
way
that.
they've woven in Irish slavery
Yeah.
into the story of black slavery, all that, and it's also a vampire film.
And they got a bit of folk horror in there as
Yeah.
well by making these good old boys
The
doing the
soundtrack,
Irish jig and
unbelievable. Like, it's set in one of my favourite times. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou was one of my favourite films, and it's basically that.
It's a
you know,
gorgeous looking film as
that
well.
horror version.
Yeah.
Yeah, Autumn Arkapaw, I think the cinematographer's called. She did an absolutely unbelievable job on that film. All of it just looks $1,000,000. There's a scene when she calls she invites the vampires in to the barn, and it pans back like a shot that we're doing in The Goodman, and the aspect ratio changes. It's very subtle. Like it changes from 2:39 to 1 to I think 16:9, like that, and then the fighting starts, and it's so epic. It's just unbelievable. Just wee details like that woven through the whole film, and the casting's spot on. Of like
where did they get a guy that looks like Michael B. Jordan? You know,
I know twice. I know.
Yeah,
A guy as tidy as him 2 times.
Yeah.
I managed to do it for Subterranean though, so
Right, yeah.
but you just gotta look.
Yeah.
They're out there. So
Sorry, I need to tell you, I went camping with my little brother a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, Ian is such a genius. To think that he made that film with just him and one other actor. And I was like, you've completely missed it. Like, you fooled him. But he's
Brilliant.
missed the point again. Brilliant.
spoilers. Right.
Oh, shit. Right, we might have to edit that out.
So we're running out of time.
Forget where I am sometimes.
Talked about the biggies, but can Gary Diamond reel off some names of some of the other ones? If we could just sort of give a brief rundown, like crap shit.
There was the monkey. I remember. I had on the
Monkey
list.
was great.
I liked the
loved
monkey.
that, yeah.
Some really cool deaths. It was better than Final Destination, I thought. Have you not seen it?
I've not seen the new Final
I've
Destination.
seen the new
yet.
Final Destination.
I thought the monkey was just funnier than.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
It just had more attitude than Final Destination, which was good. I enjoyed it, but
I wasn't sure if that dude could pull off an American accent, but he was good.
They found another dude that looked like him as well,
Oh shit! Right now,
and he was great. Like
he should be
his
the next
brother
James
was
Bond, in my
just-
opinion.
Yeah, his brother.
Controversial. He should be the next.
You're talking
Bond.
about the monkeys, though.
No, what's the guy's name again? He's in
He's in The Gentleman.
Oh, yeah. Theo.
Theo, that's it.
Theo James.
Yeah, Theo.
Yeah,
James.
yeah. Next Bond for me. Yeah.
He's
Gary,
tidy.
any others on the list that you can think of? The Gorge.
The Gorge was
Gorge.
fucking weird.
Not seen
Yeah,
it.
I thought it was quite good.
So, but it's like, fuck. How do you describe it? It's like action, sci-fi, but it's a most importantly, at its heart, it's a love story. But it's like horror, beasts, and that as
Is
well.
that the one where there's 2 people walking?
No,
Oh, no, that's-
it's Anna Taylor-Joy and Miles Teller are like snipers, and they're all.
Oh, shit, I haven't heard of this.
They're opposite each other on this gorge. It's on Apple TV.
Yeah, it's like there's like a border in between it, this gorge, so there's snipers either side, and they end up falling in love. But it's real. It's like it's quite touching at some points. It is like a genuine love story. But then it's like these beasts in the gorge, and they go and paste them and stuff. But it's like a real mishmash of so many different things. It kind of throws you, especially how much of a love story it is.
So I've got to get Apple TV now as well.
Yeah, you should.
How much money I'm paying
Plenty
every
of good
month.
Apple TV stuff.
All these streaming services.
What was that?
Oh,
Warfare.
Warfare.
Warfare. Yeah, I liked Warfare.
Yeah, I like Warfare.
I didn't.
Alex Garland. You didn't like it?
No.
Why?
An E at the end of war for some reason. On the
Warfare.
Warfare. I think overhyped. I was expecting.
I see.
I didn't think there was any hype about
Yeah.
it.
I
there was
read
no
loads of hype, so
Yeah.
I was just sort of like, yeah.
It almost slipped under my radar.
I mean, mad respect to the guys, true story and everything, but
I think it's just like so realistic. Well,
Yeah.
I imagine that's what being in war is actually like. It's just trauma from start to finish. Constant trauma. No glitz and
I was
glammy.
100% glued.
did
you
they
know,
have
from the
anyone
moment
shit
it
their
went on.
pants? Because that would have been real.
I mean, it
Probably.
didn't have smell-o-vision.
Yeah, they didn't say, but it was implied.
Yeah.
You don't say that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would shit come through camouflage? You know, camouflage might hide
That's
stuff.
why the khaki.
a question
that's
that
why they
you-
call it khaki.
Right, is that why it's
That's a
called
question
khaki?
you can answer in your next film, I'm sure.
Right, is
Explore
there any
it.
others before we wrap up? Because
one, but it's Steeds.
okay,
Oh no, what have I suggested? Ash. I
yeah.
watched Ash the other night.
I started watching it. It was one of your started watching it, fell asleep. Yeah.
Oh, well, this is one I was invested in and stayed awake, and that Mexican.
Elsa Gonzalez.
Yeah, oh my days. She's just a pleasure to watch on the screen.
Yeah,
And
she's-
but then compared to dude from fucking Breaking Bad, he's horrible to look at. He's giant head, and then he had this horrible
Oh, yeah.
haircut with made
Jesse.
Pinkman. Is that his character's name? Is it
Yeah.
Aaron Paul?
Aaron Paul.
But,
Oh, right,
but he
okay.
had this
I
horrible
thought it was
sort
his
of
real name.
mohawk mullet thing that enhanced the size and shape of his head even worse.
I don't think I got
So-
as far as him.
But the lighting is amazing. You love it. And it's sort of Alien meets The Thing, but with like trippy psychedelic lighting. But then flitting from shots of this beautiful, stunning creature to the woman, not one of the beasts or that. But then in contrast, going from her to Aaron Paul's horrible giant head, it was like That
Maybe it's a deliberate choice.
No amount of strong purple light is going to.
it's going to hide that, yeah. So it added to the fear and terror and horror. You know, it's like, oh, look at Eliza. Oh, look at the size of his head. It was like, you remember that weird cartoon, the wee bird that comes out with the egg with the giant head? Remind me of that.
Oh yeah, okay.
That must be an old person thing. The
Right, well,
last
you've
one,
got some-
the last one I have to mention is Bring Her Back.
Oh yeah. I was going to mention it. So
Yeah.
I loved that. I thought
Yeah.
it was a phenomenal film. I thought the acting, the writing, the directing. I didn't realize. I think I got about halfway through and thought these are the guys that did Talk to Me. I didn't realize that going in.
Was
And
that-
also Sally Hawkins. Holy shit! Like,
Yeah, she's very unsettling.
So good in it.
Is that the one, the Kiwi chick? They do a sort of, is it Kiwi or Oz? They
It's
do a sort of Ouija
Australian.
board
Yeah,
thing.
that's
The hand.
that's Talk to Me.
Right, so
Yeah.
is this the same folk
Yeah.
done on that one?
So
Alright,
they're YouTubers. I've never actually seen their YouTube content, but I think it's comedy.
cool. Right.
And then they ended up doing a horror film. They got offered Marvel films and turned it down to stay indie and stay in Australia.
Huh.
So they're getting distributed through A24 now.
Well, the budget on this was like 15 million or something.
Yeah.
Which is like, and when you look at the other films we've been talking about, like Mickey 17 and stuff like that, 100 million, 130 million films, like, and again, it just seems to be horror, low budget horror that's breaking through for me anyway. Because that Bring Her Back and Sinners
Sinners.
were my films of the year. Now Sinners wasn't low budget; it was pretty high.
Sinners
budget,
is
but-
like, yeah, I got blindsided. I didn't expect it to be like in my top films of all time,
yeah.
and it's like a new
Yeah,
film.
I wasn't looking forward to it. You know, it just came on the radar.
I sometimes think that like my top films of all time is like closed. Do you know what I mean? Because it's always old films that come into that. So yeah, watch Sinners, by the way. It's so good. Watch it 4 times like me instead of watching all the other films that I should have watched this year.
Have you
you
watched
seen it?
Mac and Me? Watch Mac and Me.
No.
It'll blow your mind, mate. It'll blow your
my
mind.
God. Honestly, didn't watch it as an adult.
Right, I'm calling this, right. So let us know what your favourite films of 2025 were. Let us know what you think of our opinions. Don't let us know what you think of our opinions. We don't care. It's not going to change our opinions. But do stay engaged and hit that like and subscribe. I mentioned that we've got something exciting coming up. Can't say too much about it, but we are going to do a live show in September, and it is going to be in front of a live audience.
Oh god. There's no one here and I'm nervous. You know what I mean?
I know. And it's big. It's going to be exciting. We're going to reveal more details. Please just keep your ear to the ground and see what's going to happen next. But yeah, so that concludes our episode on 2025 so far. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to tell everyone about us. Remember to give us your love on YouTube. We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.